is here on 30th of March 2023, and we've got a breezy day. You can see it in that tarpaulin there, but we've got hazy, so that cloud's making this like a magnifying glass, so we got some heat coming out. So our little Shaky, don't go too far. Shakes, come here. Yeah, we don't want her running around chasing the peoples, that's for sure. Hey, one of the things I want to talk about that, you know, I've been seeing it for a little bit, but now it's coming through. I guess this Yellen woman, the one who runs our fiat currency, two things she said that, first one's none of her damn business. The first thing she kept talking about how this global, global warming is an existential threat. Well, that's got nothing to do with her. So, excuse me, just put it chewing. I got a little down my throat. And the other thing said was April Fool's, and I hope it's an April Fool's joke, that they're going to do what they call it. They're going to do a CDC. I can't remember what she called it, the currency, but it's going to be no dollar bills anymore. It's going to be all. You have to use a card or whatever. They're not going to give you any dollars or anything. I did see a thing on there. A woman said if they do change it and you have a mortgage or something like that, you go in and try to pay it with cash, and if they don't take the money, your mortgage contract is null and void. Hey, this way. So don't know anything about that. I'll see if I can find it again, put it in the description. But this is crazy. If they get a digital currency and they say it's going to start rolling out on the 1st of April, April Fools. They think we're all a bunch of fools, by the way. And this is one of Schwabe's things that he wants. You know, we're going to own nothing and be happy. And if they get this in, I can see it going as far as where if you get stopped by a cop and he gives you a bogus ticket, they just immediately take it out of they take the ticket money out, and then you got to try to get your money back, which never happens when it comes to government. It doesn't happen. So, and then taxes, they'll take them out right away. You know, they're just gonna do anything. If you got a property and you don't mow your lawn, the city will come in there and they'll just take your money. You know, I can see all this happening. They're gonna break you. And then also, like here, what if the computer goes down for a week? You got no access to money and you're running out of food, you know, and you can't get it because computer's down. Sorry, our bank all the time it's down. DMV, my wife was there, went 2 days in a row, their computers were down. Either that or the power's out, so you can't get anything done. This is how it goes. So I don't see this working out at all, guys, not in the least bit. So you got to fight that, and I would just say don't accept it, you know. And a lot of folks are going down. I think they want a bank run because a lot of folks I've talked to are pulling money out. But I saw another thing on that redacted guy. He said Sri Lanka, you can go to a national park and pay in US dollars, but here at our own national parks, you can't. You got to use a card. So, hey, I don't know. But I do like on Lazada, I like to use the credit card because if I don't get results, I can just get a hold of the card company and take care of it that way. You know, just refuse the payment, something like that. So that does help out a little bit, but they want to make it for everyday transactions. Now in this country, I don't know how that would work. I don't think it would work at all. These people would go back to barter, and I think that's what you should do. Just go back to the barter system as best you can. But of course, they got people jammed up in these cities. Shaky, hey, this way, come on. They got them jammed up in these cities. What are they going to do? You know. But it's a shame. Human nature's funny, though. I saw a video here where they were looting these people, and they supposed to be hungry and all this kind of stuff. And what were they doing? Taking TVs, stuff like that. Maybe for barter. I don't know. But you can't eat a TV. Can't eat dollars. I also see that the dollar. There's a good possibility it's sooner or later it's gonna fail. It's just not. It can't last with what they've been doing. Saudi Arabia just made a big deal with Brazil. They're going to trade with their money. Bye-bye reserve currency. It's happening all over the world. People are tired of what the government of the United States is doing. They're sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. And what for? For money. They want to keep that war machine going. I saw a commentator say something, and this hit me real good. He said, U.S. is really good at getting into wars, but don't know how to get out of them. And they just keep rolling them on. Look at all the crap. There's still 2,500 soldiers in Afghanistan. Of course, another news clip that came on, the Taliban's been showing all that wonderful new equipment they got, and they found a storage area that was full of pallets and pallets of $100 bills. So those guys are set for a long time. To me, it would seem a payoff. But I do have to say, this guy who's running the show now, out of all the presidents in the country, I think he's got more done than all the rest of the presidents put together. Not in a good way for us, but you know, my opinion, he's a crook, and he's a big one. But if you look at a lot of the pictures of this guy, it's different people. He's just a muppet. That's all he is, and it's a shame. But getting on to a better note, my sweetie went down to Granny's house yesterday. We got to make sure these guys are working. They're getting paid by the day. And they will milk the jobs here if you're not there. That's what happened to our house. You know, I wasn't here every day, so things didn't get done how we specified. Well, she was down there yesterday, and it's moving along, but they ran into the wall that was closest to the house that was on fire. When they were going to do the roof, it was just crumbling. It was no good, so they had to rip that out and put up a new block wall, and they put the stanchions in and all that. They're going to be pouring that, I think, today. But hey, that's what happened. At least that'll hold, you know, they'll have some rebar coming out the top. It'll hold the roof off better in case there's wind. But that's coming along. And I'll see if I can find a picture to put in there. But got to get Granny back into her house. You know, right now I understand she's staying with neighbors, and that's never any good. You know, it happens though. You know, it happens. I had a buddy that stayed with us when his house burned down, and he said, look, they're going to give us to stay at a hotel. I'll just give you that money. I was like, oh, you don't have to, but sure. You know, they were giving him a couple $100 a day. So we had plenty to eat. I just went and did the shopping for all of us, and it worked out okay. But still, when they got their house fixed back up and the new one built, he was so happy to be back. You know, because it's not right not to be in your own house. It's not a good thing. But also our little Floki over there is going to be going. The girl loves it, but he gets out through the fence. He tore their little fence thing up, and he chewed their plants. So the husband's like, nah. If they would just wait a little bit, he'll get out of that and train him. You got to train him. That's all there is to it. But you know, I don't know, you know, if they would just give it a little more time, I think it would be okay. The girl don't want to give him up, but one of the guys here on the job is going to take him. She even brought over the food and his little toys and stuff. But that's okay. Shaky won't get to see one of her babies, but the other fella, his buddy that took the other dog, is really happy with it. He's just ecstatic with the dog, and they're all going to be good ones, that's for sure. But the fellow over here that took the female, he's got dogs outside, and he walks them all the time. He loves his dogs. Well, he's the little female. She's in the house. She don't. That's his house dog, and they are pretty good. The other night, this little one, you know, I had wormed him, and then the day after I gave him some hamburger and rice, big bowl, and he sucks it up. He's a good eater. Plus his dog food. Well, in the middle of the night, he was scratching at the door, and we didn't hear him. So Shaky came up, woke us up, went down, let him out. He didn't make one pile of poo, and the one, as soon as he got out the door, he had to go. And then he went over and made another one. While we were cleaning up, he made another one. So you just got to train him, and this one's doing good. If Boomer starts chewing on something, I say, hey, no. And he immediately stops, because the first time he did, I just gave him a little tap on the nose, no. And I didn't need to do any more. Now when he's doing something, he'll look at you like, is this okay? Before he goes to grab a shoe. I'm like, no. And he walks away. He's okay with that. They're super intelligent. I'm as happy with this little Boomer as I am Shaky when we got her. You know, when you get a dog that's intelligent and learns quick, they're one of the best things to have, I'm telling you. And this one's a good one. So I'm going to let you go. Don't forget to pray for each other. And you want to do the honors?
Yes, sir.
There you go. And there's our little sleepyhead over there. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy. Being a good puppy.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, you take care, and I'll talk to you again.